Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Haphazard Book Nook, and today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. So I usually talk about reading books, TBRs, book conventions, things like that on my channel. That's why it's called Haphazard Book Nook. But today I'm actually going to be talking about a event that's going to be happening throughout the month of October that is not about reading and is actually about being creative and doing like art and things. It is going to be called Create-a-thon. It is a event that was put together by Maggie from Maggie's Books and Stuff's husband, Dave. He does a lot of different like graphic design and things, and he wanted to find a way to get people to start like expressing creativity, even if they feel like they can't or are new, or they feel like they don't have time or things like that. And he just wants to get people out there and feel more confident in expressing the creativity. So this event is going to happen all through October from the 1st, I believe, until the 29th. There's going to be a couple days at the end just because it's going to be an even 4 weeks that way. And every week on Saturdays, we are actually going to be having, I believe, an hour-long live show where we're going to be working on our projects while other people are able to work on their projects. So that way it gives people at least 4 hours out of the month to be able to work on having a project. And you can do any medium. It doesn't really matter what it is. You could do photography, you could do painting, you could do crochet, something like graphic design, things like that. It's more about just having a creative outlet. It also doesn't matter how like skilled you are. You could be a beginner and have never picked up a paintbrush before, or you could be, paid $1 million for a painting. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter what skill level you are, and it doesn't matter what you do. It's just about being able to be creative. So for the Create-a-thon, Dave has set it up to where there's going to be 4 different kind of like themes he has set up as doors, and they're going to be basically different like overarching prompts. So on top of that, there's also going to be a specific kind of smaller flash prompts that will add things to it, like add a weapon, things like that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun being able to challenge yourself to try to add something like this to whatever project you're working on. So the way that he has it set up as well, before I start going into each of the different like doorways, is that you can either do one larger prompt throughout the entire month, or you could do 4 smaller like week-long projects to go throughout the month. How I'm going to do it, I'm actually going to be doing quite a few more than 4. It's basically, I guess, one giant project that is like broken up into a bunch of smaller ones. They're all gonna like relate back to each other. Anyway, so for the 5 doorways that he has come up with, the first one is going to be classic monsters. So these are ones that you're going to think of as going to be like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, mummies, things like that are like more your classic sort of monsters that are kind of like timeless. The next doorway is going to be 80s and 90s movies, and I'm also going to take this to be TV shows as well. So any sort of 80s and 90s like horror movies, TV shows like Elvira. It's going to be like Chucky, like slashers, things like that would all go into this. The next doorway is going to be Disney. And then these ones can either be like Disney villains, or if you're not into like really like Halloween, spooky, scary sort of things, you could go the more like cutesy route and do like, I know that people have done like Pooh Bear with like a sheet over, it's like more adorable, or like Piglet holding a giant pumpkin or something. It doesn't have to be something actually like scary, but just, like Halloween, fall themed. The next doorway is going to be vintage. So these are going to be more classic like imagery. So witches, bats, ghosts, pumpkins, black cats, things like that. Not so much the monster side of it, like Dracula, but more like the images that you associate with Halloween sort of thing. And then the last doorway is going to be Tim Burton. So these are going to be either reimaginings of Tim Burton things. So when I say reimagining, so like draw Frankenweenie in your style, or draw Coraline in your style, or something like that. Or you could also draw something that is in like the world. So you could draw, yourself with the button eyes, or you could draw yourself as the Corpse Bride, or whatever. Or you could just draw something that's just more his style and not necessarily from a specific movie, which would also be really cool as well. All right, and so what I'm going to be doing for this event, and I'm not going to talk about the whole images and how I'm going to actually make them look, but I will actually be painting, not diamond painting. I know I do a lot of diamond painting, but not diamond painting. I'm just going to be like doing actual like acrylic painting. And so I got a bunch of these tiny little like square canvases, and I have in my mind imagined a whole line of different things with the different doorways that I want to do, so that it'll just be like a little series, and I'll just have like a whole bunch of these little like squares that all kind of match each other. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. I know that I think Maggie's gonna do like a giant like meat pies sign or something from Sweeney Todd, and then I'm not sure what Steph is doing, but she's also a co-host. Everybody's just going to be doing things that are going to be super fun. I'm excited to see what everybody comes up with, and I'm excited to see what different mediums are all going to end up being used, not just with the co-host, but with people who are participating. So if you would like to participate with us, I will leave the Discord down below. I'll also leave Dave's announcement video. He has one that he put out that has like a lot more information in it and things as well. This is just my kind of recap and announcement that I will be helping co-host this event. And I'm super excited. I love doing like little artsy things. It's my third favorite hobby after reading and fishing. So I'm excited to kind of be able to see what other people's processes are like when they share where they're at in their projects, and just kind of see how they go about things, and eventually end up seeing all of their finished projects and see what each person picks, because I know it's very like subjective as to what people like. So I'll be very interested in seeing what everybody decides to go with. So I know that was a bit of a different kind of video from me, but I hope that you guys will come and participate and have a lot of fun. If not, just look out for my next video. It'll be about books again. I'll be talking about a different readathon that I'm actually going to be doing in October. So if you guys are interested in a readathon for October as well, that'll be my next video coming out. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you'd like to. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.